Wars shape destiny. Cyber warfare, unearned wisdom. In the landscape of cyber warfare, 0 days are the unseen and unguarded vulnerabilities that pose significant threats to our digital security. These are hidden flaws that hackers can use to break into systems and cause problems before anyone knows there's an issue. In the landscape of cyber warfare, 0 days are the unseen and unguarded vulnerabilities that pose significant threats to our digital security. These are software flaws unknown to the vendor, leaving systems defenseless against exploitation. This essay explores the concept of 0 days, tracing their historical origins, notable instances of their exploitation, and their current status in the world of cybersecurity. The origin of 0 days. The term 0 day refers to the number of days a software vendor has known about a vulnerability. Historically, these vulnerabilities have existed as long as software itself, but the term and its specific use in cybersecurity gained prominence in the early 2000s. As software complexity grew, so did the likelihood of undiscovered flaws, creating a fertile ground for 0 day exploits. 0 day hack. Unknown vulnerability. A 0 day hack exploits a vulnerability that is unknown to the vendor of the affected software or hardware. This means there is no available patch or fix at the time of the attack. No public awareness. Since the vulnerability is not publicly known until the attack occurs, users and administrators are typically unaware of the risk and have no specific defenses against it. Highly valuable for attackers. 0 day vulnerabilities are highly sought after by attackers because they are more likely to be successful. There is generally a window of time during which attackers can exploit these vulnerabilities before a patch is developed and distributed. Requires sophistication. Discovering and exploiting 0 day vulnerabilities often requires a higher level of expertise and resources, making these hacks more common among well-funded attackers, such as state-sponsored groups or sophisticated criminal organizations. Regular hack. Known vulnerability. Regular hacks often exploit known vulnerabilities for which a patch or fix is available. These are vulnerabilities that have been publicly disclosed, and users are generally aware of them. Lack of timely updates. These attacks are often successful due to the failure of users to timely update or patch their systems. Despite the availability of fixes, many systems remain vulnerable due to neglect or oversight in applying updates. Wider range of attackers. Regular hacks can be carried out by a broad range of attackers, from amateur hackers to sophisticated cybercriminals. The lower barrier to entry means that these types of hacks are more common. Relies on poor security practices. Regular hacks often exploit poor security practices, such as weak passwords, unpatched software, or phishing scams, rather than relying on the technical sophistication required to exploit unknown vulnerabilities. In summary, the key distinction lies in the status of the vulnerability being exploited. A 0 day hack targets an unknown, unpatched vulnerability, making it potentially more dangerous and difficult to defend against, while a regular hack exploits known vulnerabilities, often succeeding due to inadequate cybersecurity practices. One of the earliest and most famous 0 day exploits was the Morris worm in 1988, which exploited known vulnerabilities in Unix systems and caused significant disruption. However, it was the discovery and utilization of 0 days in the 2000s that truly brought to light the danger these vulnerabilities posed. Incidents like the 2003 MS Blast worm, exploiting a flaw in Windows, showcased the devastating potential of 0 day attacks. Several high-profile attacks have since highlighted the critical nature of 0 days. The 2017 WannaCry ransomware attack, which affected hundreds of thousands of computers across the globe, exploited a 0 day vulnerability in older Windows systems. The Vault 7 leaks in 2017 revealed the CIA's collection of 0 day vulnerabilities, underscoring the role of nation-states in this arena. The 2010s marked a significant shift in the cyber landscape, with the emergence of a lucrative market for 0 day vulnerabilities. This market was driven by a confluence of factors, including the increasing dependence on digital infrastructure and the growing sophistication of cyber capabilities among nations and private entities. Governments, recognizing the strategic value of 0 days in intelligence gathering and cyber warfare, became key players in this market. They either developed in-house cyber espionage capabilities or outsource them to private companies specializing in finding and exploiting these vulnerabilities. This demand led to a burgeoning industry where cybersecurity experts and hackers sought to discover and sell zero-day exploits to the highest bidder. Private entities, ranging from cybersecurity firms to underground hackers, capitalized on this demand. 0 days became a form of digital weaponry, traded in secrecy due to their sensitive nature. The prices for these vulnerabilities skyrocketed, with some reports indicating that high-value 0 days could sell for hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars, depending on their potential impact and the difficulty in discovering them. The discovery of the Stuxnet worm in 2010 is a watershed moment in the history of cyber warfare, illustrating the practical application of 0 days for strategic military objectives. Stuxnet, widely believed to be a collaborative effort between the United States and Israel, was a sophisticated piece of malware designed to target Iran's nuclear program. What set Stuxnet apart was its use of multiple 0-day exploits, specifically targeting Siemens industrial control systems used in Iran's uranium enrichment facilities. The worm was engineered to remain undetected, silently altering the speed of centrifuges to cause physical damage while showing normal operating readings to the monitoring systems. The technical sophistication of Stuxnet was unprecedented. It was not just a tool for espionage, but a weapon capable of causing physical destruction. The worm utilized 4 0-day exploits, an unheard-of number at the time, showcasing the significant resources and expertise involved in its creation. The impact of Stuxnet went beyond the immediate physical damage it caused. It demonstrated the feasibility and effectiveness of cyber weapons in achieving strategic military objectives. The use of cyber tools to cause physical sabotage marked a new era in digital warfare, highlighting the blurred lines between traditional and cyber warfare. The implications of the Stuxnet attack were far-reaching. It served as a stark demonstration of the power of cyberweapons and the potential they held for altering geopolitical strategies. For the first time, a cyber attack had successfully caused significant disruption to a nation's critical infrastructure, setting a precedent for future state-sponsored cyber operations. The revelation of Stuxnet's capabilities led to increased awareness and concern over the security of industrial control systems worldwide. It also sparked debates over the ethics and legality of using cyber weapons, raising questions about the rules of engagement and the need for international norms in cyber warfare. The use of 0 days in warfare has expanded beyond traditional state actors. Non-state groups, terrorists, and cyber criminals also seek these vulnerabilities to launch attacks. The proliferation of 0-day exploits in the global market has made them more accessible, raising concerns about widespread cyberattacks and their potential to disrupt global stability. The use of 0-day vulnerabilities in cyber warfare is not confined to state actors. Non-state actors, including terrorists, criminal organizations, and independent hackers, have increasingly accessed and used these vulnerabilities for various purposes. Additionally, several countries beyond the major powers have engaged in the use of 0-day exploits, either in offensive cyber operations or as victims of such attacks. Non-state actors using 0 days. Cybercriminal groups. Organized cybercriminal groups have used 0-day exploits to infiltrate systems for financial gain, espionage, or to spread malware. These groups often have resources comparable to state actors and can purchase 0-day vulnerabilities from the black market or through private brokers. Terrorist organizations. While there's less public evidence of terrorist groups using 0-day exploits, concerns have been raised about their potential to use these tools for disrupting critical infrastructure or for cyber terrorism. The growing digitization of society increases the vulnerability of various sectors to such attacks. Hacktivists and independent hackers. Hacktivists, motivated by political or social causes, have also utilized 0-day exploits to attack governments, corporations, or other entities they oppose. Independent hackers, driven by various motivations, can also discover and use 0-day vulnerabilities, sometimes selling them or using them for personal gain. Many countries, beyond the well-known cyber powers like the United States, China, Russia, and Israel, have developed cyber capabilities that potentially include the use of 0-day exploits. Smaller nations have entered the cyber arena, recognizing the strategic value of cyber tools and leveling the playing field against more powerful adversaries. 0-day attacks in Ukraine. Ukraine has been a notable battleground for cyber warfare, especially in the context of its conflicts with Russia. There have been several cyber attacks against Ukraine where zero-day exploits were suspected or confirmed. Black Energy. In 2015, a cyber attack on Ukraine's power grid caused significant outages. This attack was attributed to a Russian group and was notable for its use of Black Energy malware, which likely exploited zero-day vulnerabilities. NotPetya. Although not a zero-day exploit in the strictest sense, the NotPetya attack in 2017 heavily impacted Ukraine, using vulnerabilities for which patches were available but not widely implemented. This attack caused massive disruptions and spread globally. Recent cyber conflicts. Amidst the ongoing tensions and conflicts with Russia, Ukraine has faced several cyber attacks. While specific details of zero-day use in these recent attacks might not be publicly available, the pattern of sophisticated cyber attacks suggests the potential involvement of zero-day exploits. The cyber attacks faced by Ukraine, particularly the Black Energy and NotPetya incidents, demonstrate the evolving nature of cyber warfare. They show how digital attacks can have tangible, real-world consequences, disrupting essential services and causing substantial economic damage. These incidents underscore the need for robust cybersecurity defenses and international cooperation to prevent and respond to such attacks in an increasingly interconnected world. The future of zero-day attacks in the age of AI and quantum computing. In the rapidly evolving world of technology, the future of zero-day attacks, those exploiting unknown vulnerabilities in software, is a topic of great debate. With the rise of artificial intelligence, AI, and quantum computing, opinions are divided on whether these advancements will increase or decrease the prevalence of zero-day attacks. This essay explores both sides of this argument. The case for increased zero-day attacks. Enhanced hacking capabilities with AI. AI can potentially be used by hackers to automate the discovery of new vulnerabilities in software. By analyzing vast amounts of code more quickly and efficiently than humans, AI could identify zero-day vulnerabilities at an unprecedented rate. AI-powered cyber attacks. AI can be used to develop more sophisticated malware that adapts to its environment, making detection and mitigation harder. These advanced forms of malware might exploit zero days more effectively. Quantum computing and encryption. The immense processing power of quantum computers could break current encryption standards. This may lead to an increase in successful zero-day attacks as traditional cybersecurity defenses become obsolete. The case for decreased zero-day attacks. Improved detection with AI. On the flip side, AI can enhance cybersecurity defenses by analyzing patterns and predicting potential vulnerabilities before they are exploited. AI-driven security systems could potentially identify and patch zero-day vulnerabilities faster than ever. Quantum encryption. Just as quantum computing poses a threat to current encryption standards, it also offers a solution in the form of quantum encryption. This new form of encryption could be virtually unbreakable, significantly reducing the success rate of zero-day attacks.